This video was made with artificial intelligence.
Welcome, football enthusiasts and sports analysts alike, to our comprehensive discussion on a critical and pressing issue in the world of soccer. Today, we look into the concerning rise in player injuries, especially notable early in the soccer season of 2023. This phenomenon is not just a series of unfortunate events. It's a trend that has significant implications for the sport, the players, and even the fans. Injuries in sports are inevitable, but what we're witnessing this season is unprecedented. From the grassroots to the glittering stadiums of the Premier League, the echo of this issue is resounding. As we unravel the layers behind this surge, we aim to understand not only the what and how, but also the why. Why are players more susceptible to injuries now? What has changed in the dynamics of soccer that's leading to this increase? Our journey today will take us through statistics, player stories, expert insights, and much more. So whether you're a casual fan, a seasoned player, or someone deeply involved in the soccer community, this video promises to shed light on a topic that affects us all. Join us as we explore the high incidence of injuries in soccer early in the season of 2023 and unravel the intricacies behind this worrying trend. Let's dive into the crux of the matter with some eye-opening statistics. The Premier League, a beacon of world-class soccer, has witnessed an alarming 196 injuries in just the first 3 months of the 2023-24 season. This figure isn't just a number, it represents a significant 15% increase compared to the injury rates of past seasons. The question arises, what's fueling this sudden upsurge? A closer look reveals a startling detail. Hamstring issues, often a result of overexertion, have almost doubled in frequency. This isn't a mere coincidence, but a symptom of a larger problem. The players, the very heart of the game, are being pushed to their physical limits like never before. With new directives extending game durations to over 100 minutes, the additional exertion is evident. But is it just the extended playtime that's taking a toll on the players, or are there more layers to this? To understand this trend better, we need to consider the intense schedules, the pressure to perform, and the evolving dynamics of modern soccer. As the game becomes faster, more competitive, and more physically demanding, the impact on players' bodies becomes more pronounced. The statistics we're seeing are not just numbers on a page. They represent a growing concern that needs immediate attention and action. Join us as we delve deeper into this issue, unearthing the causes behind these rising injury statistics and their implications for the sport. The surge in injuries within the Premier League is just the tip of the iceberg. The underlying causes of this increase are multifaceted and complex. When we delve into the nuances of these statistics, a pattern begins to emerge, one that raises several questions about the current state and future direction of professional soccer. This season's unprecedented rise in injuries, particularly hamstring-related ones, is a red flag. These injuries are notoriously tricky, often resulting from overuse and inadequate recovery time. They reflect a deeper issue within the sport, the relentless schedule that players are subjected to. With matches coming thick and fast, the recovery period, which is crucial for an athlete's physical and mental well-being, is getting squeezed. Moreover, the advent of new rules extending match duration means players are spending more time on the field than ever before. This isn't just a matter of a few extra minutes, but a significant increase in the physical and mental demands placed on athletes. Soccer is an intensely physical sport, and every additional minute on the pitch increases the risk of injury. This, combined with the high stakes and intense pressure of modern soccer, creates a perfect storm for injuries. The impact of these injuries extends beyond the physical pain and recovery time for the players. It has a ripple effect, affecting team dynamics, game strategies, and even the outcomes of seasons. Clubs invest heavily in their players, and frequent injuries can disrupt even the best-laid plans. For players, injuries can be career-defining, sometimes even career-ending events. The psychological impact, the fear of re-injury, and the challenge of returning to peak form are daunting obstacles. But what about the training methods and pre-season preparations? Are they keeping pace with the evolving demands of the game? Pre-season is a critical time for building fitness and resilience, yet it seems that the current approaches might not be sufficient to prepare players for the grueling season ahead. This raises crucial questions about training methodologies and whether they need to be adapted in light of the changing nature of the game. It's also important to consider the role of medical teams and sports science in this scenario. Are clubs equipped with the latest in injury prevention and recovery technologies? How effectively are data analytics being used to predict and prevent injuries? The role of sports science in modern soccer cannot be overstated, and its importance in addressing this injury crisis is paramount. As we analyze these statistics and trends, it becomes evident that the issue of rising injuries in soccer is not just a series of unfortunate events, but a systemic problem that needs a holistic solution. This includes reevaluating training regimes, match schedules, and the overall approach to player welfare. The health and longevity of soccer players are at stake, and the sport as a whole needs to adapt to ensure their safety and well-being. In the next section, we'll shift our focus to a specific type of injury that has become increasingly prevalent and troubling in the soccer world: the ACL tear. Stay tuned as we explore the causes, consequences, and prevention strategies surrounding this serious injury. In this section, we turn our focus to one of the most concerning trends in soccer injuries: the alarming increase in anterior cruciate ligament, ACL, tears. ACL injuries are not just common. They are often devastating, leading to long recovery periods and, in some cases, significantly altering a player's career trajectory. The 2023 season has been particularly harsh, with over 25 top female soccer players missing out on the FIFA Women's World Cup due to ACL injuries. This number is not just a statistic. It represents dreams deferred, careers put on hold, and a significant loss to the teams and fans alike. The question arises, why is there such a high prevalence of ACL injuries in soccer? ACL tears are typically associated with high-intensity sports that involve quick changes in direction, sudden stops, and jumps, all common in soccer. However, the rising incidence points to more than just the nature of the sport. Factors such as the quality of training, the type of surfaces played on, and even the footwear used can influence the likelihood of such injuries. Furthermore, studies have shown that female athletes are more prone to ACL injuries, possibly due to differences in muscle strength, hormonal factors, and biomechanics. The impact of an ACL injury is profound. The road to recovery is long and challenging, often involving surgery followed by months of physical therapy. The psychological aspect of recovery is equally important, with many players facing anxiety and fear of re-injury upon their return. Moreover, the increasing physical demands of modern soccer, with its faster pace and higher intensity, are likely contributing to the rise in these injuries. The pressure to perform at peak levels, often with inadequate rest and recovery, places enormous strain on players' bodies, particularly their knees. As we delve deeper into this topic, it's clear that addressing ACL injuries requires a multifaceted approach. This includes improved training methods that focus on injury prevention, better awareness and treatment of these injuries, and perhaps a reevaluation of the soccer calendar to allow for sufficient rest and recovery. In the next section, we'll explore a case study that brings a human face to these statistics: the recent ACL injury of Barcelona's young star, Gavi. Stay tuned as we delve into the details of this incident and its implications for the sport. In this section, we delve into a poignant case study that illustrates the harsh reality of soccer injuries. The ACL tear suffered by Barcelona's young talent, Gavi. On November 19, 2023, the soccer world was rocked by the news of Gavi's injury, a moment that not only impacted this rising star, but also sent ripples through his club, Barcelona, and the Spanish national team. Gavi, at just 19 years old, has shown remarkable talent and potential. His injury occurred during Spain's 3-1 win over Georgia, a moment that saw him leaving the field in tears. The diagnosis was a torn anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee, an injury requiring several months of recovery and surgery. This incident is a stark reminder of the fragility of a soccer career, where a single moment can change everything. The reaction to Gavi's injury was one of widespread empathy and concern. Barcelona, in an official statement, highlighted Gavi's spirit and determination, emphasizing the loss felt by the entire Barca community. Spain's manager, Luis de la Fuente, expressed his sorrow, calling it the ugly part of football and the most bitter victory he's experienced. These reactions underscore the emotional and psychological impact injuries have on players, teams, and fans alike. Gavi's injury also raises important questions about the demands placed on young players in modern soccer. Are these rising stars being overexerted? Is there enough emphasis on injury prevention, especially for younger athletes whose bodies are still developing? As we reflect on Gavi's situation, it becomes clear that the sport must prioritize the health and long-term well-being of its players. We will explore another critical aspect influencing player injuries: the impact of fixture congestion and the increasing number of matches on player health. Stay tuned as we delve into the consequences of a packed soccer calendar and its role in the injury epidemic. We explore a significant factor contributing to the rise in soccer injuries, fixture congestion, and the increased number of matches. The 2022-23 season, influenced by the mid-season World Cup in Qatar, is a prime example of how packed schedules can lead to more severe injuries. A study by insurance group Howden highlighted the stark reality. Players from Europe's top 5 leagues spent an average of 8 more days sidelined due to injuries post-tournament. Injuries to ankles, calves, and hamstrings saw the most significant increase in severity, pointing to the physical toll of continuous play without adequate recovery. What's particularly alarming is the financial impact of these injuries. The cost rose nearly 30% across Europe's top leagues, a clear indicator of the burden on clubs and players alike. But beyond the financial aspect, the human cost is even more significant. Players are not just assets, they're individuals whose health and careers are at risk. The Bundesliga and the English Premier League, with a substantial number of players competing in the World Cup, experienced the most significant injury impacts. Despite an extended winter break in Germany, the effect on injury rates was minimal, suggesting that even small breaks are insufficient to counteract the physical strain of a congested season. Moreover, the mental and physical fatigue experienced by players is noteworthy. FIFPro, the International Players Union, reported extreme or increased mental fatigue among nearly half the players competing at the World Cup. This fatigue is a crucial factor in injury susceptibility, with over 40% of players experiencing more physical fatigue and a significant number feeling more prone to injuries. We conclude our in-depth discussion on the rising incidence of injuries in soccer. Especially at the start of the season, it's clear that this issue requires urgent attention and action from all stakeholders in the soccer community. The increase in injuries, particularly ACL tears, is not just a matter of player health. It's a reflection of the current state of the sport. The physical and mental demands on players have never been higher, and the traditional approaches to training, recovery, and scheduling are no longer sufficient. We must advocate for a holistic approach to player welfare, one that considers not just the physical, but also the mental well-being of athletes. Clubs, leagues, and governing bodies need to work together to find solutions. This might include revising the soccer calendar to reduce fixture congestion, implementing more advanced injury prevention and recovery programs, and utilizing sports science to its full potential. It's also crucial to foster a culture that prioritizes player health over short-term gains.